All right, today we're tackling one of the most surprising and honestly fascinating friendships in the world, the bond between Afghanistan and India. Now, think about it. You've got a conservative Islamic nation, right now run by the Taliban, and it has this incredibly deep friendship with a majority Hindu country. How does that even happen? Well, that's what we're here to figure out. Let's get into it.
If you were to walk through the streets of Kabul or pretty much any city in Afghanistan, there's a phrase you'd hear over and over again. Hindustan and Afghanistan bye-bye. It means brothers. And this isn't just some polite thing they say to tourists. Nope. It's a genuine, deeply felt sentiment that really tells you everything about this powerful connection. And this is where we get to the real puzzle, right? Afghanistan is an Islamic nation. Pakistan, its next-door neighbor, is also an Islamic republic. Logically, you'd think they'd be close allies. But instead, you have so many Afghans who are openly hostile towards Pakistan, while at the same time showing this incredible warmth and affection for India. It just doesn't seem to add up. So what is really going on here? Okay, so first things first, let's just look at what this friendship actually looks like on the ground. Because the difference in how Afghans welcome someone from India versus someone from Pakistan, well, it's night and day. It's absolutely staggering. Just listen to the stories from Indian travelers. They talk about shopkeepers giving them free tea, refusing to take their money, and just saying, "You are our friends, you are our guests." It's all smiles and open arms. Now contrast that with the reception for Pakistanis. It's often suspicion, hostility, and you'll even hear this from Taliban soldiers themselves. The difference is just wow. So to really understand where this all comes from, we have to go back in time. And I don't mean just a few decades. No, we are talking about a shared history that stretches back for millennia. See, this isn't some new political alliance. This is ancient. We're talking thousands of years. Parts of both countries were literally the cradle of the Indus Valley civilization. And if you've ever heard of the epic Mahabharata, the kingdom of Gandhara, where the queen Gandhari came from, that was located right in modern-day Afghanistan. And for centuries, all the way up to the 11th century, the whole area was under Hindu and Buddhist empires. This created this incredibly deep, shared cultural bedrock. And what's so cool is that you can literally see this ancient history just by looking at a map of Afghanistan today. The names of major cities come directly from Sanskrit. Kabul, that comes from Kuba. Balkh, from Balika. Nangarhar, from Nagarhara. It's like this linguistic DNA, a permanent reminder of those shared Indic roots, still there after all this time. All right, so let's fast forward a bit to a huge turning point in the 19th century. This is where a common rival shows up on the scene and really solidifies the modern political bond between Afghanistan and India. And it all comes down to this, the Durand Line. Back in 1893, the British just drew this line on a map. But this wasn't just any line. It cut right through the heart of the Pashtun homeland, splitting families, tribes, and entire people. And to this day, Afghanistan has never, ever accepted this line as a real, legitimate border. And boom, just like that, this one line drawn over 100 years ago created a shared adversary. For Afghanistan, Pakistan is illegally occupying its Pashtun lands. For India, the issue is Pakistan's occupation of part of Jammu and Kashmir. It's a textbook case of that old saying, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. But this connection, it's so much deeper than just geopolitics. It's also built on this incredibly powerful cultural connection, forged on the big screen and on the cricket field. You really can't overstate how huge Bollywood is in Afghanistan. I mean, it is massive. For decades, you'd see posters of Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan in people's homes. It's been reported that even Taliban fighters were spotted wearing T-shirts with Bollywood stars on them. And that love isn't just for the classics. It now extends to modern heroes from all over India, like Allu Arjun and Ram Charan. And get this story. It perfectly sums up the power of Bollywood there. It's 1992. There's a brutal civil war raging. But suddenly, the warring sides agree to a ceasefire. Why? Because the legendary actor Amitabh Bachchan was coming to shoot a film. They literally stopped the war for him. Soldiers reportedly welcomed him by putting flowers in the barrels of their guns. Just incredible. So beyond the movies, there's another obsession that these two nations share, and that is cricket. Afghans are just as fanatical about the sport as Indians are, and this has opened up another amazing channel for friendship and, crucially, for support. And we're not just talking about fans cheering for the same sport. When the Taliban took over in 2021 and all this international funding for Afghan cricket just vanished, India stepped up.
Big time. It offered its world-class stadiums for the Afghan team to train, it provided funding when no one else would, and even donated $1 million to help build a new stadium in Afghanistan. That kind of real, tangible support earns you a lot of goodwill.
So we've got ancient history, a common enemy, shared culture. But this friendship isn't just a thing of the past. It is being actively built right now, with concrete, with steel, and with life-changing projects paid for by India.
Just look at this number, $3 billion. Let that sink in for a second. That's roughly how much aid India has poured into rebuilding Afghanistan. It's a massive, massive commitment that has had a real, tangible impact on the ground.
And this isn't just a number on some government report. We're talking about things that change people's lives. India built the Salma Dam, which brings electricity and water to thousands of homes. It built Afghanistan's new parliament building, it's funded hospitals, new roads, and power lines. And when the country was on the brink of famine, who sent hundreds of thousands of tons of wheat? India did. It's that kind of help that people never forget.
So what do we have? A bond built on ancient history? A shared rival? A deep love for the same movies and sports? And real, on-the-ground support? It's a friendship that has survived wars, invasions, and massive political change. In a world where alliances seem to shift with the wind, you have to ask, what can we all learn from this unlikely and yet incredibly strong brotherhood? It's definitely something to think about.